A U.S. judge who declared a mistrial last month could end the much-watched criminal prosecution of a Nevada rancher accused of leading an armed uprising against federal authorities. Chief U.S. District Judge Gloria Navarro's decision on Monday is sure to echo among states' rights advocates in western states where the federal government controls vast expanses that some people want to remain protected and others want open for grazing, mining and oil and gas drilling. To the Bundys, it's really more a political trial than a criminal trial, said Ian Bartram, a University of Nevada, Las Vegas law professor. They're trying to get a particular message out about federal government overreach in the West, and Nevada in particular, and that states should have more local control, Bartram said of 71-year-old family patriarch Cliven Bundy and his co-defendant sons Ryan and Ammon Bundy. For the government, this is a criminal trial, Bartram said. They say, you can't have people show up with automatic weapons and defy federal officers. Indeed, Stephen Myra, the first assistant U.S. attorney in Nevada, has cast the Bundys and co-defendant Montana militia leader Ryan Payne as leaders of a conspiracy that enlisted protesters and gunmen to do whatever it takes to stop Federal Bureau of Land Management agents from seizing Bundy cattle in a decades-long grazing dispute. The April 2014 standoff 80 miles northeast of Las Vegas pitted about 36 heavily armed federal agents guarding corrals in a dry riverbed against hundreds of flag-waving men, women, and children calling for the release of some 400 cows. The cattle had been rounded up from public land where Bundy let his herd graze for 20 years without paying government fees. Several gunmen among the protesters had assault-style rifles and staked out commanding positions on a freeway overpass. Most of them were acquitted of criminal charges in 2 trials last year. Ryan and Ammon Bundy also were acquitted of federal criminal charges in Oregon after leading an armed takeover in early 2016 of a national wildlife refuge to demand the government turn over public land to local control. In the Nevada standoff, near Bunkerville, no shots were fired before outnumbered and outgunned U.S. Bureau of Land Management and National Park Service agents withdrew. They got what they wanted that day, Myra said during November. 14 trial openings, they got it at the end of a gun. Trouble with the case was evident from the start, and Myra lost a last-minute bid for a postponement. Proceedings were interrupted several times for closed-door hearings and sealed document filings before Navarro declared a mistrial December 20. The judge signaled she might dismiss the case outright and severely criticized prosecutors for willful violations of constitutional due process, including failing to turn over some evidence to defense teams. The defense is supposed to be able to see whatever evidence the government has gathered, Bartram said. The way it works is the defense sees if it's relevant and the judge decides if it's relevant enough to come in at trial. The government is saying there was no bad faith, just a regrettable oversight, Bartram added.